Hi everyone, today I'm going to be making a Sleep Easy roller bottle blend for kids. Now a lot of my girlfriends have children, and one of the reasons why they got into doTERRA essential oils is because they were attracted to the fact that a lot of them can actually help with their children's anxiety, their sleep problems, concentrations with school and things like that. So I've decided to share with you just one of many blends that you can actually make for sleep for your children. And now you can use them in the diffuser. I'll go through that in a moment, but what I'm going to be doing is an actual roller blend that you can actually apply to their body. So when you're dealing with essential oils and children, specifically infants and children under the age of 5, it is imperative that you dilute your essential oils. Whatever you do, don't use your essential oils neat on their skin. You must dilute it with a carrier oil. Now a good ratio is about 0.5 to 1% dilution per 30 mils, and that works out to be about 3 to 6 drops per 30 mils. Not too sure, I'll put that up on the screen, I'll check out the blog post, things like that, that'll help you remember. When it comes to children over the age of 5, you can do about a 2% dilution, so just double that, so sort of 6 to 12 drops per 30 mils. I've got a 10 ml bottle here, so obviously I'm just going to use a third of all those ratios there, but just keep that in mind. It's very important. You don't want you burning your children's skin. Now, as far as carrier oils go, there's plenty of options. Fractionated coconut oil is probably the most common, the most popular. doTERRA do sell the fractionated coconut oil. It's basically normal coconut oil, but they just process it in a way that some of the fats are taken out so it doesn't solidify when it gets cold. Because you obviously don't want to be filling this up with coconut oil and then come winter time it actually freezes solid, so you won't be able to use it. So fractionated coconut oil for any kind of roller blends or sort of for your skincare, massage oils, things like that, beautiful. You can also use any nut or seed oil. One of my favourites is jojoba oil, I think most people would know about that. Sweet almond oil, there is avocado oil, which we're using today, hemp seed oil, macadamia nut oil, olive oil. Olive oil I do find it a little bit fragrant, it can overpower the actual essential oil smell, so you use whatever you've got on hand, don't let it stop you. So we're going to be using lavender, vetiver and Roman chamomile. Now I think everybody's more than familiar with lavender. It is the most used essential oil in the world today. Everyone knows it's used for calming and relaxation, so it's no real surprise that that's going to be in the recipe today. It has been used for thousands and thousands of years. The Egyptians used it for mummification actually. The Romans used it for bathing and cooking and purifying the air, and it's of course in the Bible as well. They used it for anointing and for healing. So it goes back thousands of years, and if something's been hanging around for that long, it's got to be a good thing. The other ingredient we're going to be using is the Roman chamomile. Now my girlfriend Julie, hi Julie, she loves this essential oil. She swears by it with her children at bedtime. She basically just uses that by itself with a bit of carrier oil, and she rubs it on their feet, and she reckons it knocks her children out, her 2 daughters out, within minutes, and that has been something that she's been doing for a number of years. So they actually love that ritual with her mum. They just, they love that sort of massage, and she gets to touch them, and it's just a really beautiful ritual to do with her children before bedtime. So Roman chamomile, again, something that's been around for thousands of years. There's so much documentation on what it does for anxiety and stress management and things like that. So Roman chamomile, and the last one, which some people may not have actually heard of, is vetiver. It's actually a grass native to India. So it, again, has been used for thousands of years, and again, it is awesome for reducing anxiety and stress. So it's no real surprise that we're going to be using these 3 oils together in some carrier oil. Very simple. Now I'm just reusing, and this is a nice little good tip. Before I actually started making, before I discovered doTERRA, I used to buy all of my blends. I used to use the In Essence brand. I used to get that from Maya. And this was a Sleep Easy blend that I bought many years ago. Now obviously it's all been used up, but I keep the bottle to save money and reuse it, of course. It's also good for the environment to reuse. So I'm actually going to be using that bottle again today, because I've actually used up my last lot. So it's really just sourcing yourself a little funnel, popping that in there. What we might do though is we might actually put the drops in here. So I'm going to make this up as if it's going to be for someone who's 5 and over. So I'm going to be doing 3 drops of lavender, 2 drops of vetiver and 2 drops of Roman chamomile. So if it is going to be for an infant or for a child under the age of 5, probably what I'd recommend to do is actually ditch the roller bottle, maybe find a little 30 ml container and actually do 3, 2 and 2 drops and use it as just a massage oil, and you can put it directly on their feet. That's a really good place to put it. It's actually beautiful just to have that connection with your child before bedtime. Give them a nice massage, and that's also going to help them relax as well. And just that touch, it will say this, bond. It encourages the bond between you and your child. It's just like a little bit of mummy and me time, or daddy and me if he wants to do that as well. So that's my recommendation for children under the age of 5. Don't go the rollerball. Find a slightly larger container. If you can find a 30ml rollerball, there might be some out there, and then just do the same amount of drops. It's just going to be a more carrier oil, so dilute it even further. If you don't have a rollerball to reuse, you can just buy them. Basically, I use Aussie Soap Supplies. They're a really great little source. They're in Perth, but if you Google it, you're just going to be inundated. I mean, eBay, all those kinds of usual suspects, they've all got these kinds of rollerballs for sale. And you can buy them in bulk. You can actually save yourself a bit of money. They're not that expensive. So we're going to just pop these essential oils in here. It doesn't need a bit of a steady hand because the opening isn't that big. So we're going to do 3 drops of lavender. So I'm going to warn you that when it comes to the vetiver, it's a really thick oil, so it's going to take a while for it to come out. So you might be a bit of radio silence there. I'll see if I can think of something just to waffle about while we're waiting for it to come out. So we've got 2 drops of Roman chamomile, and you'll see that this is not a doTERRA oil. This is actually an oil that my girlfriend Julie gifted to me a while ago from France, which was very, very beautiful of her, so I'm using that at the moment, and obviously I'll buy the doTERRA one when that one runs out. That's how much she loves the Roman chamomile. She gave some to me. And then this is the vetiver. Now it's an unusual smell. It's more of a woody, grassy kind of smell, but I use vetiver a lot in our bedroom for bedtime, in our diffuser. And as you can see, I'm still waiting for that first drop to kind of, get its groove on. And as I said, it's been used in its native India and all through Southeast Asia for thousands of years. It's very popular in Ayurvedic medicine, so that's been around for about 1,000 years for that particular branch of medicinal healing. And yeah, it's actually considered a weed, and it's actually used throughout coffee crops as well to keep bugs and weeds. As you can see, we're still waiting, we're just about there. I'll just do that, drip it out. So yeah, vetiver, beautiful oil, just a little bit thick, but you will find something else I like that. It's just how they are. Now I'm just using a powder alternator, that's what I have in my pantry. As I said, fractionated coconut oil is probably the most common. It's pretty cheap as well. So I'm just going to slowly and very carefully pour that in. You really do want to find an oil that doesn't have too much of a scent, because you really want these essential oils to be the main aroma coming out of the rollerball. And as I mentioned before, the great place to place these rollerball blends is on the base of the feet. Everyone knows about reflexology and the power that pressure points have in the feet, and it's definitely, I find, one of the great places to use essential oils. I put magnesium spray on my feet every night. Just ask my poor boyfriend Darren the things that I have to that I put on myself before I go to bed. It's quite the process. It's because feet is just a great. It just absorbs so well. It's straight into the bloodstream, and it's really, really good. So just clip that rollerball top on, and then away you go. Give it a bit of a shake just to get the oils together, and then as I said, feet first. That would definitely be the best place to apply this, and then maybe just a little bit of wrists, on their tummy, on their chest, wherever they want, and really get in there and massage it in. And so use it as a great way just to bond with your children before bedtime. My niece Megan, hi Megan, she uses it on her 2 daughters, and they love the bedtime ritual. So oils mummy, and they know which ones to use, and she massages it on them, and it's just been this beautiful thing that she's used for the last few years on her young daughters. So I highly encourage that you make this blend, and again, it's going to help you get your children to sleep even better. So you just basically roll it on and then start massaging. If you find that it's still not quite enough oil, then by all means grab some more oil to really get a massage oil going. But that's it, guys. Now, as I said, you can actually use this in the diffuser, so 3 drops lavender, 2 drops Roman chamomile, 2 drops vetiver. I also will be posting up on the blog post some of my favourite sleep blends, and this is what I do. Probably can't see that on camera, but basically I've just written out a simple Word document with all of my favourite sleep blends. And so every night I sort of glance at this sheet and I say, what do I feel like? You know, I just go by how I feel, and then I'll pick out some blends and pop that in the diffuser, and away we go. So it's just a really easy way to actually have a few blends on hand, rather than actually have to flick through a book or go on your smartphone or on your computer to try and find a great sleeping blend, or have to use the same blend over and over and over again. So I'll post that with this blog post. You'll see the links on the website. And enjoy, guys. I hope this gets you a little tiddlywinks to sleep a little bit better and gives mum and dad a little bit of a break. Let me know how it goes. If you have any comments or any questions, please contact me, and sleep well. Bye.